Fellow nerds. No, that's not even right. What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome to Not Your Status Quo. Tonight, we're talking Welcome to Derry, Episode 4. And I'm pretty excited to talk about it because there was quite a bit going on in the great swirling apparatus of our planet's function. But before we get into all of that fun, Dave, Doug, how's it going, gentlemen?
Well, I gotta say, I'm fan-freaking-tastic. I watched my Bears win and move into first place in the NFC North yesterday, and I got that topped off by an episode of Welcome to Derry. So, I don't know how my Sunday could have been better. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
All right, Doug, how are you, Doug?
Well, Dave, let me tell you, I am outstanding, and I finally found it. I have been looking all over for my copy. I was cleaning out the garage today, finally found it. I'm thrilled. I forgot what a fat boy this is. I didn't have much of a life, so
it's a graphic novel, right? That's a graphic novel?
No, that's the regular ass novel. No pictures. Could you imagine? Oh my gosh, if they had pictures? Oh Lord. Oh, funnily enough, this might be even better. Look what I found. Apparently, this is what I used as a bookmark.
Awesome.
Yeah. N64 instruction guide. Like what?
Alrighty.
But yeah, I'm doing great. Man, this was such a phenomenal episode. I have some issues with it, but they are nerdy issues, so it's fine. But obviously, we need to find out. Keith, how are you doing?
Gentlemen, I am tremendous. Much like Dave, I enjoyed my football team winning yesterday. No, they're not in first place, but they won a game. I'm happy. But I was excited to watch this.
Either of you want to guess how my fantasy team is doing?
Terribly.
I don't want to guess. I think Justin Fields is your quarterback, so...
Yeah, I think I'm done.
Well, they just benched him again, so you might want to trade him or just dump him.
Yeah. Who would trade for him?
Yeah, you're right.
Right? No one will. They're going to be like, yeah, nice try, Doug.
Include him as a straggler in another trade.
That's a good plan. All right. Are you guys ready? Let's talk Welcome to Derry, Episode 4, The Great Swirling Apparatus of Our Planet's Function. It starts out, Lilly, Ronnie, Will, and Rich are taking a photograph to Chief Bowers. And like Doug called it last week, they are unable to see what the kids can see on the photographs. Now, we don't know if it's just someone has to have an experience with it to be able to see the pictures, or if it's just kids can see it. I don't think they made that clear. So I wonder if, like, Rose, the General, Hallorann, and other people would be able to see it because they've obviously had encounters with the beast, the thing from the Great White universe that crash landed in Derry.
I do think that that's the case. I think that it doesn't matter how old you are. I'm pretty sure anybody can see it because we'll talk about it in a little bit, but there was a flashback that I say in a little bit, we'll talk about it in about an hour, but there was a flashback that showed, the fact that it didn't really seem to care at that time when it was first getting active. Didn't really care who it ate. It was like, get ready to press the button there, Keith. It was like Crumbopulous Michael from Rick and Morty.
I just
love killing. Men, women, children, old people, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Kill them all.
Well, I thought it was kind of kooky that in the picture that they showed when they showed it down and they couldn't see it. I thought I could see it. Okay, so does that mean that the audience can see it, but the sheriff can't?
Yes,
I think so. Yeah,
because we've had the experience through the kids, so
that's an experience.
Think back to It Chapter 1. I keep referencing this, but think back to that scene where the dad walks into Beverly when she's in the bathroom. The entire bathroom is covered in blood. She's covered in blood, the whole bathroom, the walls, the sink, everything. And he's just looking like, what are you crying for? What's wrong? Doesn't see any of it.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
she's,
yeah.
and she's literally freaking out like, are you kidding? You don't see all of, and he's like, I don't, what's wrong? What are you talking about? And then she brings her friends in, and they're looking around. They're like, what the heck happened in here? They all saw it.
Right. So they
So
did.
yeah, I think you have to have an experience with it. You need to have been attacked, scared by it, and I think that's what opens your eyes to it. That's my opinion. I don't know.
Well
It
put,
seems-
Doug. You keep throwing it into every sentence. It's awesome.
Is that going to be
I
our
can
new
see
drink
it.
word?
Oh my God, no. We'll have to. Well, it's been 10 minutes. We all have to pause and get new it drinks. But obviously, the chief kind of dismisses their concerns, sends them out before chastising Lilly for kind of speaking to him in a certain way. But Will and Major Hanlon go out fishing, doing a little fly fishing. Wants to get some time with his boy, as he put it. I want to spend some time with you like I did with my dad. And Will starts to catch something, it gets away, and the major has to go to his trunk to get a new fly. And unfortunately, we see a fish swimming up to Will, which, did you know that was, I don't know if you guys watched a little thing after.
It's a robot fish.
Yeah.
That was.
I was like,
that was so cool.
yeah, I thought for sure it was just CGI. When they talked, I was like, oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But then unfortunately, it pulls Will down and is appearing as a burned up version of his
father.
dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was Will's fear whenever he was flying, that his dad would crash and be burned alive in a plane crash. So, yeah, it definitely has the shining, because it knows what everyone's fear is, which we knew before, but the kids are now learning this.
Well, I do like that he's picking up on it pretty quick. He's intelligent enough because the first thing he asks, when he's back with all of his friends, how could it possibly know what I was afraid of? I've never seen this creature before. How did it know? It was like it was in my head.
Yep.
The
Will's the
Major's
smart.
not dumb either. With what just happened, he knows. He has now encountered what they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't just put it to rest like, he's just a kid.
Right.
Well, he was a little leery at first. Like after the sense that he looked at the burns and the bruise, and he was kind of like, okay, that's odd. But it wasn't really until the second time that they saw, because remember, he pulls him up out of the water and they see that balloon floating down, which I can only assume is Pennywise gaining more power, more influence, more itfluence throughout Derry with what's going on.
Now, was it just me, or I'm not trying to say he's a bad actor or anything like that, but this man is supposed to not be able to feel fear. But it seemed like when he saw the balloon, he genuinely looked freaked out.
I thought he more looked like interested. Like, what the hell's that?
Okay.
Yeah, like how did a balloon get floating down a river?
Right.
Which
Yeah.
the first time he saw it, okay, it's an odd experience, and we find out
The second time.
his wife, of course, is rabble rousing, as the major would put it. She's going into
good for
town.
her.
Yeah, she should be. She should definitely be doing that. But she goes into the police station because she believes Hank is innocent, and she wants to talk to him and she wants to help him. And she finds out he was, never had a bail hearing. He was basically sentenced. His entire sentencing is illegal at this point, and she wants to help him. But
Yeah, but I like how she has to turn it into. It's like they're giving all of these characters their own adventures that they have to go on. So she originally goes to police station, and Chief Bowers shuts her down. Says, absolutely not. You're not related to him. You can't talk to him. Whatever. So she takes it upon herself to actually go to his mother. And she says, look, and everybody's asking the same thing. Are you a lawyer? Like, why are you even butting into this? And she has to explain. Like, first off, my son, friends with your daughter. Second off, it's not right. We know that he didn't do anything. Third, I'm used to this kind of treatment. I fought for this stuff down south, and I don't want this to start happening up here. You guys can't be all lackadaisical about it. So I like that she's, she's basically letting these people know, hey, come on, we got to fight. We may not be down south, but they're still going to try and screw you over. So I'm glad that, she's taken the initiative, even though everybody's telling her, keep your nose out of it. The police chief is telling her, you're not related. You aren't a lawyer. Keep your nose out of it. You need to go back home. Her husband's even saying, hey, you got to stop getting into this stuff. I can't afford for you to be arrested again. And even the his family seems a little hesitant, like, we'd really rather you not. But I'm glad that she convinced the mother, please write a letter on his behalf. Give me permission. I think I can help your son.
And I like, too, when she goes to talk to him, and he's like, we'll wait till the chief gets back. Listen, I'm going to call JFK, LBK,
MLK,
RFK.
JFK, RFK. I'm going to call RFK Jr.'s brainworm.
That's what really made the lieutenant upset. He was like, not the brainworm. You can go talk to him. But, and of course, we find out the real reason. He was not in his apartment, but he can't really say what he was because he was with a married white woman. And this is Derry. This is the USA, 1962.
Yeah.
Not quite. He was pretty blunt and right. He said, if I say that, I'll be hung up in a tree before nightfall. Yeah. And he would.
And no telling what will happen to her.
Unfortunately.
But after she kind of talks about, and I like you said, Doug, all these little plot things are starting to intertwine. She finds out that the son's kind of going through this stuff with the daughter, with her dad, and there's something weird going on, and they were in a cemetery. And she's, of course, let's keep this between ourselves. You better not do that again. But we're going to keep it between us because she doesn't know how the father would react to it. But she doesn't know that they're having their own experience because they were on the lake. He was attacked. They saw the red balloon, which I'm sure he thought at first was, that's a bit odd.
That's weird. That doesn't belong here.
Yeah. That night, the kid freaks out as he's looking through his telescope because he sees Pennywise lurking up, watching him basically. Screams. The dad runs outside, screaming, thinking the house is being watched because of the wife. Doesn't realize what's really going on, but he sees another red balloon. And that's when he's like, there's something seriously weird going on here. And I just happen to be working on a top secret project that flipped out a guy who was in the back of my plane. He's starting to piece this all together. And he does confront the general, like, what are we doing? What is this?
He confronts, doesn't he confront Hallorann first? Or, Hallorann. Yeah. He confronts him first.
Yeah. He goes to where their new little hangout is and confronts him, But he's onto something. He knows this is something way different than anything they've ever dealt with.
Yes.
And it's affecting his kids.
It's going after... Oh, and I really do like the fact that ever since that plane ride, Hallorann is dealing with it. Like, it's in his head. And I think it's going to drive him crazy,
Oh, he's definitely going to have some issues. Well, we saw before he talked to Major Hanlon, before he came up, I think that was his mom talking to him out in the woods, and he understands that he cannot compete with Pennywise. He realizes he has power over regular people, and he can do things. He is completely helpless to this thing, this interdimensional, being of whatever, and it freaks him out. And the guy playing Hallorann has done a great job of trying to play it cool, but deep down being absolutely uncomfortable and freaked out by all the things.
Absolutely uncomfortable.
When I saw Pennywise there, I thought it kind of looked like Bozo the Clown rather than Pennywise, with the flipped out hair in the back. Is his image evolving into something that, becomes the traditional Pennywise?
I think so. Because there's been a couple of times where it looked like the little kid clown that we saw, what was that, episode 2 or 3? Where they did the flashback?
Yeah, it was 2.
Yeah, when they went to like the early 1900s and we saw the little kid with the white clown hair. I think sometimes it's been taking that form as well. Maybe it's trying to figure out which clown do I like best? Cycling through. Let's see. I've got a little kid clown. I've got Bozo. Ooh, I do like this Pennywise character. Kind of like the lines in the eyes.
I like the lazy eye. Yeah.
Right. I like the buck teeth. Oh man.
But like we talked earlier, Will figures out what's going on. He's like his dad. He's very analytical. He's smart. He realizes these things are connecting, and he's like, why is it doing this? Why is it scaring us? And like we all know, it likes to season its food with fear before it does it. And they're kind of figuring out that it's eventually going to kill us.
I like when he comes to that realization. It's like it hits him like a brick, and he's just like, oh no, I was right. And it was like, you can tell he had thought, he'd been like working this through his mind, like, maybe, no, that's crazy. Well, but, yeah, but I don't. And then when he finally, when they're all talking about, yeah, it's showing us what we're most afraid of, he's like, damn it, I was right.
Yeah, he's
like,
not happy.
That's not what I wanted to hear. I didn't want to hear that it's specifically trying to season us with 32 herbs and spices.
I am too smart for my own good, damn it.
Right.
That'll probably freak him out more, because now, at one point they were probably like, it's just messing with us. But now it knows at some point we're going to be fully seasoned. And it's going to take us down.
Kentucky Fried Kiddos.
Yes. And then, unfortunately, back at school, Marge asks Lily to sit with her because she wants to make amends. And of course, this was after seeing the snails with the eyes popping out on their science little movie, and she tells her that a boy.
She was kind of freaked out by it.
Yeah, she definitely was. And then, of course, she's trying to play a prank on Lily with the patty cakes. She starts to feel bad about it and goes in the bathroom to tell her.
Good.
And unfortunately, Pennywise, which I don't think he was attacking Marge per se, a little bit. He was doing this to get Lily.
Yes, because, and I thought the same thing, because if you remember the video that they were showing with the snail, they specifically pointed out that the parasite, the tapeworm, gets into the snail and makes it extend its eyes so it can get into a bird. So I think that's what it was doing. That's why it did the whole snail eyes things. A, it works on Marge because the snail eyes freak her out, and B, it's trying to get to its larger prey.
Yep.
And that really freaked me out too. I tell you, it just like the show does every week. They're gonna go show you how the kids are growing. Whoa, it is a horror show. Look at those eyes.
That was like one of the most stressful scenes. I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, what are you doing? No, stop it. Don't do that. I'm just sitting there like, don't do that. Why are you sawing your eyeballs off?
Yeah. And
so messed up.
And of course, Lily goes in to help her. And then when everyone shows up, it looks like she stabbed her in the eye.
Because she's holding the chisel. I mean, yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's just at that exact moment she's pulling it out,
So I assume I did watch the mid-season trailer, and we do see Marge. It looks like she's helping him out down the line, and we, obviously, she's not in the Juniper Hill, so I'm assuming they must have believed her or straightened it out to where, like, okay, maybe you didn't actually hurt her. Maybe she really did hurt her own eyeballs somehow.
I wonder if Marge admits it, says, listen, she wasn't attacking me.
I'm guessing that must have been what happened.
Out. And of course, they took her mother's Xanax or whatever it is, and she drops it in the toilet, so...
Well, didn't she fish it out and take it anyway?
Well, she pulled it out, but that's what caused her to get so far away, so she could start sawing her eyes out. And, that was so gross. The other scene that really got me, too, was when Will saw Pennywise through the telescope. Like, when he was just peering at him. Like, I was watching it late last night. Room's all dark, and it's like, he sees it, I'm just like, oh, shiver through my body. I'm just like,
yeah.
Oh, they're doing such a good job. They're not doing these straight-up jump scares. They're just letting everything build on itself, and man, it's so good because we got.
That's what I say every week about the show is the best part of it is that most horror stories they'll just move from one scare to the next and just set it up very slow. This one is developing a story, and then when you forget about that it's a horror show, they remind you it's a horror show. That's
And
the best part of it.
and each one of the scares it's not random. It all ties into the larger story. It's all on purpose. It's all well, as much purpose as this predatory space creature can have. But yeah, it's all intentional.
Yep. And then, of course, we see Major Hanlon confronting the general, asking what the project is. And he shows him an interrogation with that Native American, Taniel. He had
Taniel.
passed. What?
Taniel.
Taniel. What did I say?
Yeah,
Now,
because
like Captain
you
and
said Taniel. But
Oh.
but I have to laugh because I think it was either Ryan Airy or one of them. I don't remember who it was. They kept saying Daniel, which tells me that they were just reading off of a script. Maybe they hadn't actually watched the episode. I don't really know. I'm not gonna, get into specifics. But they kept saying Daniel, and I kept saying no, it's Taniel. I watched the subtitles. I listened.
But he ends up, Hallorann, the Major watches Hallorann go into Taniel, not Taniel's, where I'm not singing any Captain and Taniel tonight. That's next stream.
Well, we'll keep us together.
Yeah, that's right. And he ends up seeing a memory of him with his aunt, who happens to be Rose, that the general knows. And it's talking about a spirit, the Galoo.
Well, that's what they call it, yeah.
Yes,
And,
and it
by the way,
arrived
I
at-
did look that up. I have a Stephen King, essentially like an encyclopedia of all the different characters and references from his books, and I did look to see if that had ever been mentioned anywhere else, and no. So as far as I can tell, that was made up for this show, which I'm actually happy with. I am glad that they're giving a little bit more background and story to the Native American tribe. It was almost like brushed over in both the novel and the movies before.
Yeah, and we do find out, they know that the spirit arrived millions of years ago and terrorized the Native American community until they built a dagger out of the meteorite or whatever he came to Earth in. And until the settlers came, everything was good. But then he started feeding on the settlers,
occurred.
growing more and more
God.
powerful, and they ended up going into the West Woods to try to get more rock to fight him off. That did not go all that well, but they ended up getting, I think, 7 pieces. Was it 7? I thought I wrote it down. No, I just put shards. But
I don't remember.
they end up, I think it's 7, got 7 pieces and placed them around, basically trapping Pennywise in that area. But of course, the settlers built their town there, so he has, access to it. And then, which I do believe we saw in the movies, seems to be a central point. We do find out that, Taniel kind of directs him to a door for the house in Neibolt Street, which seems to be the center of Pennywise's power. And I think we saw that in the movies, looking the exact same as it did in the movies. So I don't know if this house is somehow sort of trapped out of space and time, or just Pennywise's power keeps it looking the way it does. And I don't know if you saw next week's episode is called Neibolt Street,
That tracks.
because the military is probably going to go there trying to figure out what they can get out of there.
Maybe instead of a flashback, they have a flash forward, and then they have like Finn Wolfgang or whatever his name is, Wolfhard.
Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah, they got him there.
And he's 30 now, and
Right.
it's rough being a teenager having to shave.
He's 30 and he's playing a 17-year-old like he does on Stranger Things.
11. I mean Pennywise.
They got Bill Hader there acting as the 17-year-old.
Right.
That would be hilarious.
No, but obviously they're not doing a flash forward, but
They could,
It would
though.
be funny.
And I just think too, with the fact that we've seen 2 red balloons now in these episodes, Pennywise is getting stronger. He's able to do more things, and I think we're going to see him. Well, we saw it in the trailer. He's going to fully manifest as Pennywise here pretty soon. I don't know if it's the next episode. Probably is. But it's coming. And I didn't
Oh, yeah.
mean that pun that way, but it is coming.
Well, we got 97 more balloons before Nana gets here.
Yeah, that's true.
If you,
99 of the
yes,
balloons.
thank you. You got the reference.
So I do have a bit of a nerdy nitpick,
Okay, let's hear
Let's
it,
hear
Doug.
it.
but I'm going to preface this by saying it is possible. It's possible that the writers and directors are not intending for us to take the story from the Native Americans literally. It could be that that was just the way that they understood it. But as he was relaying the story, he said the creature, Galoob, or whatever, crashed down in its prison. It was imprisoned in that. That was never in the novel. In the book and everywhere else where it is mentioned, Stephen King has said that it came as a result of its own instincts because it is just a creature of destruction. It's not, and I've mentioned this, I think, back in earlier streams, but it's not necessarily like evil, more morality wise. Like, it's just a creature. It's just feeding, it's eating. It sensed life that Maturin the turtle had vomited up, found a thin space, which happened to be where Derry is going to be, and that's where it slipped in. So crashing was, again, I know that I said this earlier with what it does, but everything it does is very intentional. Like, none of it is just by accident.
And I do think it
So
could
it's
have
not
been
even-
the Native Americans' interpretation of what happened.
That's what
Yeah,
I
not knowing.
think. That's what I
I
think,
think that
because
they're going to fill in that story, the rest of that story with somebody else later. But that's what the Native Americans know. You know, that's how their story is because their story has to have a big ending. It's a fable,
yes. And then my only other thing that I wanted to mention was I keep going back and forth on this, and I want to hear what you guys think about it. I don't think that the spears from the crystals, I don't think those by themselves have any actual power. I think if somebody would have just found it and picked it up, it wouldn't have done anything to the it creature. Because if you remember from the movies, it is able to be killed by beliefs. If you believe in something strong enough, then it will hurt it. Like we talked about the bolt gun, it didn't even have a charge, but they believed that it would hurt him hard enough that it worked. I think that that was what happened. Because if you saw, at one point when they were doing the flashback, they showed her shooting an arrow, but I don't think she believed in her mind, I know this arrow isn't going to do anything. But they knew that the crystal would. And I think that's the difference. I think knowing and believing hard enough that those crystals would fence it into the woods, I think that's what's doing it.
No, I agree. They believe it so much that it has that power over them. I agree. It does. They just had nothing else to do, so they're like, "Oh my God, his prison holds magic," and that's why they believe that.
I like that we did theorize that back when we first saw we were trying to figure out why can't it leave the woods. There's got to be a reason. So yeah, I'm glad that they answered that. That is actually really cool. I like that.
Got an invisible fence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like as if your dog was in your yard.
he comes growling out.
And now it explains this whole children
Yes.
of Maturin thing, right?
Yes. What is the group's name again? Because they
Children of Maturin.
Children of Maturin. I heard him call the Native Americans people that, and I was like, "Oh yeah, the vomiting turtle." All right.
That's right. Oh yeah.
So I wonder if they're going to explain how they know who Maturin is.
Maybe they had a vision just like Bill Hader's character did.
I hope they get into that because we're only halfway through this season, so they have a lot of room to build and expand, and they've done such a good job of building everything out so well. I hope we get a little more about the Native Americans' belief and how they came to know all this stuff because that's interesting to me.
I agree. And if you saw, one of the fires that they lit was inside a turtle shell.
I did. I noticed that.
I saw turtles all over this show. I thought it was so cool.
They're doing it on purpose, and I think they're testing the waters. Like, okay, we're gonna do a little bit more weird, Okay, we'll give the girl snail eyes. Okay, I think they're ready for the vomiting space turtle. Let's go.
We prefer the term Technicolor yawn.
Oh gosh. He had a tummy ache.
He ate
Earth.
Oh man, that Earth, that planet looks lonely. There's the rest of the universe.
Oh, I'm feeling a little gassy. Saturn, Jupiter.
Uranus.
I thought, oh god, I thought that'd be too low hanging a fruit, but that was perfect.
Of course, that's why I had to be the one to say it, because it was a low-hanging fruit.
It was so good. It was good.
Perfectly timed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what we find out about the Neibolt house, what's going on there, whether we get some more thing, the Native Americans and their history with Pennywise, and man, just knowing he's coming full form here soon.
Oh yeah.
Because I think one of the reasons that this show freaks me out a little bit when the children are in danger, we know they're not afraid to kill kids. They did it in the first episode.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
like, when Will was trapped, I was like, is this the end of Will? Most shows like this, I'd be like, he's fine. He's the main character. Right. He's fine. But this one, I'm like,
not this. These kids don't have plot armor because this is a prequel.
Yes.
Any and or all of them can die at any point. Yeah. I do like that. The internet is sort of like, I wonder if they're so-and-so's parent. And you can tell that some trying to like rationalize. They're going to make it because they might be so-and-so's parent. Oh, sweet summer child. No, nobody is safe.
The only people I think who might be safe is Will and his mom and dad. He may get transferred away from Derry. And once you get away, you forget all this stuff. So they may have no memory of it. But everyone else, I'm just... He's doing the right tenderizing and seasoning, and he's gonna get to a point where he.
God, you had to add tenderizing to it.
Sorry.
God,
I was watching cooking shows before we came on tonight.
You're soft. You're all soft.
It was a messed up episode, man. I'm serious. I'm just like, no, God.
It really was. They are like amping up, like the snail eyes doing that, and then her trying to cut them out.
Elk or moose or whatever.
Yeah.
Holy moly's, dude! That thing was just impaling people left and right.
And the Native American girl, when her biggest fear was like the Christian settler.
Oh yeah,
and
join my religion, or meet my God. That was it.
Yes.
That was meet my God. Or something.
I was like,
no.
They seriously. I can usually watch a horror film and not feel anything. But man, a couple times this episode, I was just like, the seeing the Pennywise through the scope sent shivers through my body. And then the other stuff, I was just like, oh my God, here we go. No, please stop. I don't want to see that. Get out of the home. It's not home ec. What is the shop?
Wood shop.
Wood shop. Yeah. I was like, why did she have to go there? Good
I know. Oh God.
Oh my
they're
God.
pacing this out. The thing with the pacing on these shows, they're pacing it out perfectly, because right when you get comfortable, that's when boom, they do the Pennywise thing. You know what I mean? Right when you don't think, all right, you're thinking this is a regular show. I'm watching some kid looking out, with his telescope into other people's houses, and then boom, there's Pennywise. You know what I mean? They're pacing it perfectly. Just when you get comfortable, they jump it out at you.
But I gotta know, why did neither of those girls go find an adult? I mean, I get for the purposes of the story, it makes sense, really amp it up, but. No one, we're not going to go like, oh my God, my friend is growing snail eyes. Let me go find a teacher.
Well, I think
sometimes you just got to take action.
I think the reason Lilly didn't is because she doesn't trust adults to see it and know what's going on, because she already took the pictures to the police. Now,
I didn't even think of that. I bet you're right.
Marge is just absolutely freaking out because she can't figure out what the hell's going on. And honestly, like Dave said, watching that, I'm like, oh man, poor Lilly. I was like starting to feel like they're going to really just destroy her mentally. But we never even got to that scene. It took a 180 turn that I was not expecting. And I love when shows do that, because I was like, okay, we got some high school drama coming up, and then, nope, no, we don't. Woodshop, please get out of there.
No, please do not chisel your eye, young girl. No. Oh no, the saw. Go back to the chisel. The saw is a bad idea.
Now, when you said you saw Marge in the preview, did she have her eyes? Was she normal?
She had a patch over this eye, but she had this eye.
Yeah, only one eye was. I watched the trailer too, because we see Pennywise in full regalia in it. But yeah, we see Marge, and she has a patch over her eye, like she probably lost that eye. But the other one's fine.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of reminds me of Beverly a little bit from It.
Yeah.
Part 1. Like they could be related. I'm kidding. I am joking.
That could be her mother. She's safe.
She's safe. Nothing bad is going to happen to her.
I remember Beverly talking about her one-eyed mom.
Her one-eyed mom.
And her father was a little Cuban boy named Rich. Everyone's going to be safe. There's not going to be any more deaths the rest of the season.
I feel so cozy now. Everybody's going to be happy and healthy, and certainly there's not going to be any disasters like what happens every 26 years. Oh, no.
Yeah, Sunday night I'll be in my blankie with some peppermint hot cocoa, just enjoying this wonderful show.
Hey, Hallorann's gonna be fine. Hallorann's gonna be fine. We know
We
that.
do know. Well, fine is a relative term.
He will live.
He will
Yeah.
Put it that
live.
way.
Yes, he will live. We know he's going to live, but I don't know if he's going to be fine.
You know, I was thinking about something. You both saw The Shining, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, do you remember that he actually, when he's talking to Danny, when he realizes, oh, this kid has the shine too, he actually tells him, you shine way brighter than anybody else I've ever seen. Like, you have it. You're way more powerful than I am by a long shot. Like, you've got it. I'm wondering, like, what if Danny had encountered Pennywise? Do you think he could have actually beaten him by himself?
It depends on how he dealt with the fear, I suppose. He might have been powerful enough to handle Pennywise, but would Pennywise get to him through fear tactics?
That's possible.
It's a good question, though.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Ewan McGregor that character in Dr.
I'm sorry,
Sleep?
who?
Ewan McGregor!
Oh, thank you.
And yes, that was he played Danny Torrance in Doctor Sleep. Yep. Yeah, I actually forgot about that until a couple of weeks ago. I was looking it up to see which actor played Hallorann and all variations of him, and I was like, oh, Ewan McGregor. He played Danny Torrance. I'm like, really? I'm like, I don't remember that.
No, I haven't seen Dr. Sleep yet. It is on my list of things to watch, but I've never seen it. I need to watch it.
I saw it once, and I was kind of amazed at how it didn't seem like it seemed like its own standing thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was just the way they did it was so smooth. Rebecca Ferguson, I think that's her name that's in it. She does a great job.
She's from Silo. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
Well,
the review.
his goal was, oh my gosh, what is his name again?
Mike Flanagan.
Mike Flanagan. His goal was he knew that Stephen King hated the 70s version of The Shining with Jack Nicholson. Absolutely hated that version, but that is the most well-known version. So he specifically said, I used the imagery from that movie, but I kept the story beats from Stephen King's version. So the overlook burns, it doesn't freeze. Hallorann isn't axed to death by the dad. He, dies later on. So I do like that. I like that he kept it like canonized within Stephen King's greater universe, and I do think that he understands King's writing. Out of like a lot of the people that have directed movies based on his works, I think Mike Flanagan gets it the most.
I do think. I mean, Stephen King's writing is so in depth and so filled with information. It's hard.
You think? Little in depth.
Because look at Shawshank, one of my favorite movies. I mean, he wrote such an incredible short story
Mm-hmm.
that it turned into this wonderful movie because all of his characters had depth and that's shown through, and that's how he writes everything. And I think it's very hard to turn one of like hold that book up again to turn that into a movie or a series. It's just so much information. What's up, buddy?
Well, guess I couldn't actually see what happens when you finish watch paint dry.
Oh, you didn't see anything?
What did that say?
No,
A
it's
novel,
more open.
just in case
It's
you
more
didn't
open
know.
there.
Oh, no.
I'm just playing on the other one.
What blows my mind about, if we're going to talk about Shawshank for
Have
1 minute,
Mm-hmm.
he never says he didn't do it. I mean, I've seen a short or whatever they are, explaining about how he never denies that he did it, even when that guy comes in jail and says that, the guy he shared a cell with admitted to doing it. He never once in that movie denies killing his wife or the lover.
I know the reel that you're talking about, but yes, actually, he does. During
He
the
does?
trial, he denies it vehemently.
Oh, that's true. You're right.
In the
Then
opening
once
of the
he gets
movie, he
into
specifically
Shawshank,
says,
he just doesn't care. To...
He says, "Did I think about it? Sure. Did I have a gun? Yeah, but I never went through with it."
Now back to this. Now back to it. That's Shawshank.
But yes,
know
I do know what you're talking about. I've seen that.
I know we're going to Shawshank in this show, but that's not the main topic here. Sorry.
Do you guys think, or do you think they're going to use the same prison set that they used for the movie? I think it's in Ohio, if I'm not mistaken.
They also had Shawshank and Castle Rock. I don't know
That's right. I forgot about
if they
that.
used the same one for that too.
Interesting.
It would be cool if they did, especially, people who have seen the movie 800 times. Not me. I would never watch it that many times, but other people that may
I've only
have watched
seen
it.
it like 847 times. Because
Right,
every
yeah.
time I see it's on, I watch it.
Give or take, a couple hundred times.
Exactly.
You ever notice when you buy a movie on Blu-ray or something, then you stop watching it because it becomes a chore to put it in?
Kinda, yeah. But,
Yeah.
speaking of DVDs and Blu-rays, craziest thing happened. I'm cleaning out the garage, and I find a bin filled with DVDs. I do not remember buying that many DVDs over my lifetime. That was wild.
Was there any good ones?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I had a lot of good ones.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
That I actually have that in the house.
That's an important one. You gotta
Yeah,
keep
well,
that handy.
yeah. I have more DVDs than Blu-rays. I didn't actually start buying Blu-rays until they really weren't even being made that much anymore. Like once streaming was starting to kick off, that's when I'm like, I'm sure you should start buying some Blu-rays.
See, that's the
So
reason
this bin is filled with DVDs. Oh, and also a lot of them are full screen because I thought widescreen was crappy back then.
You didn't like the letterboxing, so no way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they say and I don't like this either, because if you really like a movie, you should buy it, because
Yeah.
it's never on the same stream, unless it's like Disney or something. It's never on the same streaming. You always got to hunt it down, and then you got to buy new streaming, whatever. It's just a complicated mess. If you have it on hand, you can just watch it.
I was
or
trying
if
to
your
find
interwebs are
Yep.
down, you can
Yesterday.
throw it in the DVD or Blu-ray player and watch it.
Yep.
That's true as well.
I was trying to find a Community yesterday. I saw a reel, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was a funny episode. I want to watch it. And so I'm trying to find it. It took forever. Finally found it on, what was it, Peacock or something? And I'm like, oh God, I hate that app. Like, all right, I guess I'll watch your stupid ads so I can watch the show that I want to see.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think they. I think they got rid of Battlestar Galactica on Peacock, so I canceled it. I know that's your favorite show, Doug, so I wanted to bring it up. But any more theories? Any more talk from this episode or future episodes of Welcome to Derry?
Not yet, at least not for me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of some stuff, but not at the moment.
I just kind of like the way it's going.
Yeah,
If you want, I'll
same.
just start my review right
Yeah,
now.
let's give our ratings.
I think it's great that they got so many storylines going, but at the same time, they don't feel like when we were watching that last show, Alien Earth. They had so many storylines going. I thought there was no way they can wrap any of this up by the end of the season, and it's going to be into future seasons. I don't feel that way about this show, and that's not a bad thing. I feel like they got just enough storylines to wrap them all up and put them together by the end of the show. It's just kind of like an elongated movie, but they're they putting it very well in TV format. They know where to have the right jump scares, like I said, when we get comfortable, and like they know where to end a show, and they're usually all somewhere around an hour long. That's just they're doing a really good job of separating the segment. Like if the next show was a half an hour long, but it covered one topic, I wouldn't, it'd be great, like we've always said on this show. But they seem to be doing it perfectly within an hour every time, and just enough. Sorry, I'm on an ad here. Just enough to it's going just fast enough, and they're doing just enough on each show to make it it's all going to fit together at the same time. I think they're going to nail the landing on this show. I can't wait to see the next 4 episodes. So as I've given every episode so far, I'm going to give it a 7.5.
You make a really good point. They have went out of their way to make this show like Stephen King wrote it, because they go into depth on every character. We know so much about him, especially, and it helps with this show because when Will sees his dad, on fire, you're not like, why is he worried about him firing? Oh yeah, plane crashes. You got all this information. You see the snail stuff, and the eyes come out, and you pretty much know a lot about these characters. So these fear tactics are understood when they come up. And I still can't get over, they have so many child actors in this show, and all of them are doing a great job. It's like I am not pulled out of any scene because a child actor is, not doing a great job in this show. And that's fascinating to me. I don't know if it's the director or they just got a bunch of great kids. But
No, you're right. Like the actor who plays Marge, phenomenal job.
yeah,
Like I believed that.
yeah, you could see her inner turmoil on her face when they were setting up the prank.
The tear
Just-
running down. Yeah.
Yeah, just wonderful. And all the characters. I mean, I like Hallorann. I like all of the characters are doing what they should be doing to get us where we're going. And like Dave said, there's plot lines everywhere, but man, we're starting to see them coming together now, and they're going to start intersecting, and we're going to get. We always talk, are they going to stick the landing? And it does. For a guy who did The Flash, I'm shocked at how good this is. Like, how much did he lose control to Warner Brothers making that movie? Because I can't fathom the guy making The Flash is making this. I can't picture it. I can't understand it, because one was just a complete train wreck and tough to watch, where this is just mesmerizing and pulls you in and makes you want, more and more time. So I'm going to continue. I think this was a great episode. I didn't have any nitpicks. I'm going to give it an 8.5. I really think this show is just tremendous television.
Honest, I agree with you. I was blown away by this episode. I am willing to take all of my little nerdy nitpicks. I'm gonna pick them up. I'm gonna just put them in a little box over here. Put them away for now because, like I said, it's very possible that a lot of what they're saying is just the way that they interpret it, the way that they believe it. I don't expect it to be a 1-for-1. But what I will say is, I kind of want to go back to what you had mentioned there, Keith, where you said that they get Stephen King's works and they're really relaying it well. I would even go as far to say that I think they're building on it and making the story even better, because they're adding so much more world building mixed with character development, and they're nailing it. They're doing such a phenomenal job at uh, pulling you in, just really sucking you into the story and making you, like Dave said, where you're following along the story beats, and all of a sudden, oh, that's right, it's a horror show. And I would even say that it's almost like, all right, let's nerd it up a bit. I'm gonna say it's sort of like building a custom piece of software. That is Pennywise. Rather than just doing a one size fits all, he's gonna say, no, 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 no. I want your scare experience to be one of a kind, built just for you. I'm going to figure out what really, what's really going to frighten the heck out of you, and that's what I'm going to show you. And I think we saw it best in that flashback when you kept switching between different monsters in order to take out that hunting tribe. And oh my gosh, the slaughter of the original Derry settlers just in a big old pile on a bloody hill. I'm like, whoa, that is. I mean, this show is doing such a good job to just really build it. Like, I mean, they are showing you everything to make sure that you are terrified. You're just as terrified of this unknowable creature as all the people of Derry are. And I love that they aren't pushing anybody to the background. There are almost no side characters that I can think of. Everybody that we're seeing on screen has their own. Yeah, the patty cakes, maybe. Yeah, they're about as close to a side character as you're going to get. But everybody else that we're really seeing and we're interacting with, they all have a reason, some sort of mission in the story. You've got all of them. They're either trying to find Pennywise for the government, trying to stop, the monster from killing any more of their friends. We're trying to figure out what is going on with this town. Why is everybody so weird? I mean, this is such a good show, and I was sitting there thinking as I was watching the episode last night. I'm like, this is better than Stranger Things. It's weird that this is. I'm thinking back. I'm like, I was gonna say originally, I was like, oh, it's kind of like reminding me of the first season of Stranger Things, and then I was thinking back. I'm like, no, I think this might actually be better. I think this might legitimately be better than Stranger Things because I care more about everybody so far.
I think if you compare this to the beginning, the Stranger Things season 1, they might be on the even.
Maybe, but that's what I was thinking too. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, no, I think this might actually be better. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm easy 8.5 out of 10. Easy. This episode was so darn good. Literally edge of my seat.
You made a good point, and I forgot to talk about it. When you see all those settlers massacred, like, you don't need to see the carnage happen. Just seeing them laid out like that was like, oh my God. Just the knowing the nature of this creature, what it can do and what it does do at times, just makes all the tension and build up that much more as you're going through stuff. And that's hard to do. That's hard to get a 55-year-old man to be freaked out while watching a television show. And they've done it.
And I like how the, as the boy is telling the story, he's like, and we warned the settlers not to go into the woods, but they ignored our warnings and they went anyway. They hunted, but then they were hunted. And I'm like, oh, that's good. That is good.
The other point, I forgot to mention this, when Hallorann was in Taniel's mind.
Taniel, yeah.
When he came up, when Rose started glitching, and he came up behind him, that smile he had, I'm like, is that Pennywise
creepy, right?
now?
I thought that was
he
Pennywise
taking
too.
over? I was like, oh, this just took it to a different level, and I was ready for some really bad things to happen, but didn't seem to happen. But he had a creepy, weird smile that freaked me out a little bit.
I was thinking for a second, and they could go in this direction still. We don't know, but I was thinking for a second. I wonder if a piece of Pennywise imprinted itself onto him.
Oh, maybe. That's definitely
because
a
that was. You're
possibility.
right. That was a creepy smile, and I forgot to
And
bring
he's
that
going
up.
to get creepier as the season goes on.
Oh, he could, yeah. And it may take, the kids intervening to help, get it out of him or something.
Maybe it's still in him when he gets hacked to bits in The Shining.
Spoiler alert
I'll
for The
get you,
Shining.
Jack Torrance. You're gonna float.
It's only like
I mean, you've had
60 years
to
old.
go. Yeah, just go ahead and give it a try. If you haven't seen it yet, I don't know what to say.
Oh man.
Now we're going to tangent just for a minute because it's funny. We've been talking about Mike Flanagan, who did Dr. Sleep and stuff. I don't know if you guys saw this. They talked about why he wasn't directing Clayface that he wrote.
Okay.
And he said, I really wanted to direct it and everything, but after they saw the script, they wanted to get this done as soon as possible. And he said, I was just doing other things. And he said, I was okay with, I forgot who they got to do it. He's like, I was fine with him doing it. He's a really good director and stuff. But that made me so much more hyped for Clayface. Like this guy like just wrote a script just to try to get something done. And they like not only greenlit it, but fast tracked it as quickly as possible to get out. And he was talking
And
about
then
how he
didn't you say that they ended up like restructuring the Batman movie because of it?
No.
Yeah, he said he went through 4 different scripts.
Oh yeah, Batman Brave and the Bold. Yes. I thought you meant Matt Reeves'
No,
Batman.
not the Batman. No.
Right.
Oh no.
The DCU's Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Yes.
So that's awesome. And I'm going to watch Dr. Sleep sometime this week because I can't. It's been on my list to watch for the longest time and I haven't watched it, so it's time to watch it. But we do have.
I think you'll enjoy it.
I'm pretty sure I will. We have some DCU news and we got some MCU news. What would you guys like to go first?
MCU as always.
MCU. Got to start with that. Come on. What other characters are going to appear in these movies? Come on, Keith.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
The first, according to Daniel RPK, Tobey Maguire will reportedly return as Spider-Man in Avengers Doomsday.
He sure is, buddy. Yep, he's going to be in there.
Now, there's
I
been
heard that
Andrew Garfield,
a
too.
long time ago. I mean, I know it wasn't announced, but I heard it a long time ago.
Well,
Same.
there's conflicting reports. Some people say he's going to show up at the end to kind of bridge into Secret Wars. Other people are saying the reason Tom Holland isn't in Doomsday is because Tobey Maguire is going to be the Spider-Man in the movie. So there's a lot of back and forth on that. And I know you love the Doomsday stuff, so I'm on. Now here's one. This is from Alex Perez over at the Cosmic Circus, who does a really good job.
Let me interrupt. I'm going to interrupt you just for a minute.
Yeah, please.
I don't think, in all honesty, I think when I finally do sit down to watch the movie, I don't think I'm going to dislike it. I think it's probably going to be a pretty good movie. What I'm not liking is the fact that they are marketing it to death to the point where I don't even care about the movie right now. I'm going to get hyped, I guarantee, when it starts getting closer and we see a trailer and be like, oh man, that looks good. I can't wait to see all 8,000 characters that they're cramming into this movie, just shoving it in with a stick and kicking the door shut. I know it's probably going to be good, but the fact that there's literally like 80 rumors a day about new, this character is going to be in it, I'm just like, cool.
Trust me.
I will clap when I see it.
I do the same thing. I'm like, why?
Another one?
It's over a year away. Right. And we get we've never had anything that has been, this crazy. And 99% of the stuff, we often sometimes say, okay, is this BS or not? Mm-hmm. Some of them seem like complete BS. Like, they're
I want to go to Daniel RPK and I want to go to My Time to Shine Hello and just be like, good job, buddy. All right. Yeah, you want a sticker?
Well, I like that.
You just gotta let the hype day down a little bit for and then when you haven't heard about it for a while, then pop something up. Mm-hmm. But then we might be overstimulated by the time it gets here.
Well, the thing that'll get me really hyped. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's good. Seeing a trailer, like if they have a trailer like that first Infinity War trailer,
yeah,
I'll be fired up. I'll be ready to go.
So good.
And I was reading a thing that I almost called him Tony Stark. Robert Downey Jr. has really taken it to just like act his butt off for this, and he really wants to make this just tremendous and stuff. And I'm like, cool. I hope you're right, because we're kind of seeing a lot of reports now that Doctor Doom is going after Steve Rogers because Steve Rogers going back in the past to put all the time stones back, like caused an incursion that killed his family or hurt him and did all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, so we're getting Civil War 2. We're getting Captain America versus Iron Man again. And I'm like, I hope it's a little better than that. But, I worry that they're going to be so, if this does really well, they'll be like, we can't do anything new. We have to keep, Robert Downey Jr. We got to have Chris Evans. We can't lose these people. Because instead of going, maybe the writing was a little shoddy in Phase 4 and Phase 5, and we tried to do things we shouldn't have, they'll just be like, we got to bring back the old actors. And I don't think that's necessarily true.
Not the learning lesson you should have taken from it.
We know studio executives don't always learn the right lesson.
No.
You can still have actors act good in the movies and still have it be a bad movie. You know what I mean? Like Iron Man 3, Thor 2.
Yeah, it wasn't the acting that made those bad. You're absolutely right.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, now this next one. This is Alex Perez, The Cosmic Circus.
Oh wait, Keith.
Yeah.
Keith.
Yeah.
You won't believe it. Keith. Guess what I heard? Guess what I heard, Keith?
Yeah, what?
I heard this, and it's a true rumor, and I heard it, and it's a true rumor, and Ben Affleck's gonna be in Doomsday.
I heard
that.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson will be reprising his role as Black Adam for Doomsday. It's gonna be.
You know what I heard?
The hierarchy
I
of power is changing in the MCU.
And Moana's gonna be in it.
Oh, did you guys see the live-action Moana trailer today?
I did. It looks terrible.
Yeah.
That looked good.
Why did they do this?
I don't know. The movie's not even that old. I don't know why they did it.
The animated movie is, 8 years old maybe? I know Sully was a baby when we played the songs.
And it was a good movie.
All I can say is, you're welcome.
But anyway, sorry.
This is not a Doomsday one. We're done with our Doomsday for today.
Oh, is it Secret Wars?
It is not.
Oh.
So according to Alex Perez over at the Cosmic Circus, Marvel Studios reportedly plans to introduce the Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus in the MCU. Yeah, really? Spider-Man's two arch nemesis. Who would have ever thunk we would see them in the MCU? Thank you for that. I know, with
3 more Spider-Man movie coming, and I didn't expect to see them. That's crazy.
I know. He must have inside information.
That would be cool. That would be super duper cool. Dave, get with your buddy Feige, man. Make it happen. Get it in writing.
We've been talking.
Good. Good.
Actually, I know you.
Are you writing this movie?
I know Dave has had some influence on a lot of Marvel Studio. Some influence in a lot of Marvel Studios projects. Because, according to the direct, Josh Gad will be playing an extremely famous version of himself in Wonder Man, and he does sing. And I know Dave is like, we need more singing in the MCU. The Steve Rogers, the musical, Agatha All Along, Dave's like, we haven't had any songs lately. And he...
Don't forget the Marvels.
Yeah,
don't forget the Marvels.
Oh, the Singing Planet.
The Singing Planet.
That's right.
It was so pointless.
If we get Brie Larson to be on the set of Wonder Man so she can sing, let's have at it. That's what I told Feige. Let's do this.
I think they just wanted to have fun. Just
as long as she sings that song from Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
I said that back when we reviewed the anime. I prefer her version. She's got a good voice, and I think
I actually do too.
I hate to say that, I'm not trying to down the actual person who wrote and originally sang the song, but Brie Larson's voice was better.
She can sing. I don't know if she put on an album before, but I know she's.
She has.
Yeah,
nice.
She can sing. Yeah.
Hello again, friend of a friend. I knew you well.
She was 19 then.
Was she? Wow.
Yeah. All right. Are you fine gentlemen ready for some DC Studios information?
Oh, yeah, you know it. What do you got for us?
Okay, so according to Nexus Point News, Man of Tomorrow's casting breakdown hints at a new hero joining the DCU. I know, shocked, they're going to add a new hero. But it is described as a warrior in her late 20s having a strong physique. Now, I'm sure all of you initially went to what everyone went to with Wonder Woman. She's a warrior.
Stark.
She's tall. But I don't know if that's necessarily going to be Wonder Woman. It could be. Don't get me wrong. But it could be Maxima. It could be Barda, Big Barda from the Mr. Miracle series.
Yeah, it could be.
Black Canary, possibly. She's not usually as physical intimidating. She's more martial arty. Or it could even be like Starfire or somebody.
If it's James Gunn, he's going to want to pick the weirdest character he can.
And I think he loves the new gods. He's talked about them before. That's why I wonder, we know we're getting the Mr. Miracle animated series. Maybe we get Big Barda in Man of Tomorrow, especially if it's Salvation, who in the comics was run by, basically Darkseid. So the new gods could be battling.
Big Barda was the one... Am I remembering right? Was Big Barda the one who fought Superman and wanted to marry him because he was like the first person to match her strength? Or am I thinking of a different
that
character?
was... Because Big Barda is married to Mr. Miracle.
A character on Smallville that did that. She came to Earth and she wanted to, hit the button. It was in season 8. I forget her name though, which is odd for me, but I forgot her name. She had, red hair and she wore a green suit. And she thought Kryptonian was the only one who was, leveled up enough to marry her. But I forgot her name.
Warrior Queen? Warrior Queen Maxima.
That was...
Yep. That sounds right.
And that could be who this is. We know James Gunn.
That would be awesome.
That would be, that'd be kind of nuts. But it does sound, a lot of people are assuming Wonder Woman, but I'm just saying, slow down the Wonder Woman thing. It could be many other people.
Pump the brakes, as they say.
Yes.
Right, Doug?
That's right. We already have the perfect Wonder Woman movie, Wonder Woman 1984. It was a gem. It was a treasure. Nothing will ever be as good as that. That should be the shining beacon that James Gunn uses when making all of his movies.
Yeah. 100% accurate. Okay, here's the last little news item we have today. And I'm calling this a news item only because the actor talked about it. And I use this term loosely. Black Adam star Pierce Brosnan. Not that he's not a star. I just think he did a much more...
like such a minor character in that movie.
But according to him, Dr. Fate is going to appear in Man of Tomorrow.
I'd be fine with that. I think he did a great job as Fate.
No, I'm 100% on board. I hope it's true.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was him accidentally spilling the beans. And he didn't say he would be playing him, though. But I kind of assumed that. But I wonder if he's going to get chastised. James Gunn has not come out and debunked it either. So.
Ooh, nice.
So hopefully that's
true.
No,
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of that movie was kind of a train wreck, but, he was good. And also, character who played Hawkman was good. There was a couple of good characters. Not so much Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He played Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson very good. He did not play a good Black Adam, but yeah, the other characters in the movie were good.
They brought all the JSA characters from Black Adam, except for Dwayne. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, I agree.
And we may see maybe the JSA start forming a little bit in the DCU before the Justice League forms. Who knows? But yeah, Dr. Fate's an awesome character. He's basically the Doctor Strange of the DCU, only weirder and crazier. But he was great on Young Justice. I thought they really.
He was great on Smallville.
2 in 1, huh?
What's that?
2 in 1 episode.
Yeah, you got the Rick and Morty out of the way for me, so I.
Do me a favor, Dave. Go back and find that episode that you were talking about where the redhead woman fights Superman. Find out what they call her in Smallville.
Okay.
I'd be curious to. I'd be curious to. I want to watch that episode now.
You should watch the entire series, Doug.
Yeah, I probably should, but it's a lot. It's so long. I don't
There's
have that kind of time.
221 episodes.
Yeah, and they're all like 40 minutes. It's
I love that you know the exact number.
When you've seen it 12 times like I have.
Right. Oh, that is my favorite kind of nerd.
all right.
Um,
That is
I
all.
found also when I was cleaning out of the garage, I found all of my old Sonic the Hedgehog comics.
What?
We getting some back issue breakdowns?
God no, they're so terrible. They're embarrassing. Ken Penders is a blight on comic book kind, and he should never be allowed to draw a character ever again.
Thank you. We needed that.
Oh bad.
Yes, it is Queen Maxima.
Nice, cool. All right, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch that then.
Season 8, Episode 4. It's called Instinct.
Beautiful.
Who plays Maxima in that episode?
Do you want me to find out?
I thought you were on
We
the
want
page.
you to find out.
Well, yeah, I just had to click into it. That's all. Let's see here. Charlotte Sullivan. That's
She's
the
got
only
a great
time
last name.
I had ever seen her at all. But she's. Let's see what she's been in here. Chicago Fire, Law and Order, The Kennedys, and Blue Bloods. She's been on a lot of cop shows.
Huh.
She's currently on a show called FBI. So yeah, she likes doing the cop shows.
I guess so.
All right. Well, that is all we have tonight, fellas. Should we find someone to raid?
I think we should.
Is Sierra gonna stream tonight there, Mr. Dave? Do we
She's
know?
not. They're having a going away party for her at her mom's house.
Okay. Well, I see Sarah Jane streaming, Bubble is streaming, playing Fallout 3.
Ooh.
A-Tray is just chatting. Let's see here. Carmen is playing Grand Theft Auto. Let's see,
I
Flag
did
Forever.
start watching Fallout again last night.
Did you?
Yes, it kind of as like it reminded me in the first episode just how good that series was.
It is. Gosh,
Okay.
now I'm going to have to go back and watch it too. Boy, add that to my list after I'm done watching that Smallville episode.
You gotta crawl out through the fallout.
Okie dokie.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. She's awesome. Should we do Bubble just because she's playing Fallout 3?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yep, she's got 660 people currently. We'll bring that up to at least 665.
We got 5. Oh my god.
Now, for those of you out there wondering, hey, what are those nerds talking about? Who's Bubble? Why is she playing Fallout 3? Well, over here on Twitch, we like to keep the party going. We're not done having fun. Look at that. That's such a fun shirt. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock at night. I still want to party. Not really, but we're going to go hang out with our friend Bubble, watch her play some Fallout 3, and, keep things going here on Twitch. Now, if you are watching us on YouTube, first off, thank you so much. We love you. Keep doing it. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Like us. Share it with your friends. But obviously, we can't do any sort of, rating another channel on YouTube. But we've got a whole catalog of other videos, so if you want to, watch more of those. And if you're feeling up to it, comment down below. And of course, as always, we'll see you next time, right here on Not Your Status Quo. Hey fellow nerds, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more of this stuff, make sure that you check out our Twitch stream. We try to do these live Sunday or Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Keep an eye on our social media to find out when you can join in live and chat with us during these live streams. Also, as usual, don't forget to check out our other social media. Add us at Twitter, comment down below, and we'll see you next time right here on Not Your Status Quo.